Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my two girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry at 72 Stitches. And today is Monday, March 9th, 2020. And this is episode 52. Got my coffee, caramel latte creamer. After having pumpkin spice creamer for like the past 5 or 6 months, that's all I want to say is pumpkin spice creamer, but that's not that. All right, I have FOs and whips, and this is a podcast about knitting. Yep, knitting, sometimes crochet. You can find all the links right down there. I'll have links to patterns, bag shops, yarn, all that good stuff. And if you are a new viewer, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. All right, I think that's all my spiel. We can get started. All right. FO number 1. Socks. This is Patons Kroy and the Coastal Stripes colorway. And these are for my mom for Christmas. I do 64 stitches on a 2.5 millimeter needle, Chiaogoo's 32-inch cord. I do an afterthought heel, which is pretty much the same pattern as my toe. Yeah. I really like these. I like Patons Kroy. All right, and then I got a little story, a little side story. So I went to my parents on Saturday, and my mom's like, I was cleaning and I found this big, I guess it's not a bag, it's like one of those plastic bags of dishcloth yarn. So I have lots of dishcloths in my future. So I have 2 done. This is the grandma's favorite dishcloth pattern. No holes version, and I used US 6 instead of, I think the pattern says 7s, but I use 6. And this is Peaches and Cream Denim. You can see right there. It's a huge cone. I have never used a cone, so I have no idea how many dishcloths I'm going to get out of it. But so far it's 2. So I am just going to slowly work on these. And yeah, so she bought herself her Christmas presents and birthday presents and Mother's Day presents for the next few years, so I don't have to buy any yarn. Now I'm unsure about adding it to my stash. My stash stats that I'm doing, the Stash Busters KAL with Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. A part of me just wants to say, no, I'm not going to add it because it's not my yarn, but I was gifted it, so gifted it, is that, yeah, that's right. So I don't know, I just don't want to, I think it's a cone and then like 16 balls, skeins, whatever. Yeah, so I don't want to add that to my stats. I've been doing so good about keeping it low and all of a sudden, I don't know. So I'm unsure. So 2 dishcloths. And that is all of my FOs. Ooh, that coffee's still hot. All right, now I guess we'll move on to works in progress. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. And these are like almost done. I'm like this close to finishing these, but it didn't happen. And this is where I have my hoe. I forgot to mention that I had a hoe. Oh, look at these. I love these so much. This is also Patons Kroy. In the, let's see the tag. I think it's blue raspberry. Yep. Blue raspberry. I've knit this yarn before, and for my mom, and I said, I'm sorry, I have to have these. I will buy more yarn and make you some. So, yep, this is my second time knitting it, and I love these. I love how the toe ended with the speckle part. But yes, I love these. And I just need a heel. That's it. They I think they kind of match for the most part. They might be off by a few rows. But yep. Let's see. I cut in for my heel, as you can see. Right there. Let's see. I used Chiaogoo needles, 2.5 millimeters. Oh, the sun's doing some weird stuff. And 32-inch cord, 64 stitches. We had the time change, and now this is the time I usually record, but the sun is going to make it look weird. That's okay. I hate time change, by the way. Do you hate time change? I really wish they would just get rid of it. It's not necessary. Anyway, here's my sock. All I need is a heel. I will finish these today. And did I say these are for my mom? Pretty sure I did. Another Christmas gift for my mom. I have one more pair, and then her Christmas presents will be done. Yay! Alright, I think that's it. Oh, that sun's making it look really weird. Sorry, guys. Maybe it's just the reflection off my camera or something. Alright, whip number 2. A Harry Potter bag. Ooh, look, I match. That's kind of awkward, but... This is Fate's thread. I made some progress on these. I don't remember where I was. Did I just have the cuff done last time? I don't remember, but I made it to the heel and a little past it. All these markers are counting rows. 10 rows per marker. The white ones are where I'm going to put my heel. And this is Nomadic Yarns in the Diagon Alley colorway. This is her 75-25 base. And she's having a knit along where you knit a pair of socks with her yarn. Doesn't have to be Harry Potter, but it does have to be her yarn. And read the books. Be audio or, you know, regular book, Kindle book, whatever. But yeah, I really like these. I showed my mom these, and she's like, "Oh, those look like Halloween socks." And I'm like, "Oh, now I can't. That's all I think of now is when I knit these." They actually kind of do look like Halloween socks. That's okay. Let's see. Same thing. 64 stitches. 12 rows of 2x2 rib. 2.5 millimeter needles. Chiaogoos. 32-inch. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I think all of my whips are socks, so I can't stop, guys. I love to knit socks. Alright, one last whip. These are just started, so not much to show. Freckled Whimsy bag. She doesn't sell bags anymore, but she has some really cool self-striping yarn. Alright, more Patons Kroy. And this is the turquoise stripes. These are the last pair for my mom for Christmas. I just have one little cuff. Yep, 64 stitches. Same thing, 32-inch cord, 2.5 millimeter needles. 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Whoops. have little tins with my stitch markers in it, so if you hear a little tingy tingy, that's what those are. I like to have some in each bag. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'd like to finish the blue raspberry ones. I really need to work on those Harry Potter socks. I don't like socks sitting on the needles for very long, but since I have like a month to do those, I feel like, well, I don't have to work on them today. So maybe I'll work on those a little bit. And these. Sound like a plan? All right, that is all of my stuff. All of my stuff. All right, before we do live stuff, I want to mention some podcasts that I like to watch. I don't know why I haven't, done this earlier. Duh. So, I'm going to mention 3 new-ish podcasts that I like to watch. They will be linked right down there, so if you want to check them out. The first one is a lefty knitter, and that is Aquila. I really like her podcast. I like how she like records like 5 or 10 minutes every day, or for a week, or not every day, but she records through the week, and then she splices all of her videos together and uploads them. And I really like that. I wish I could do that, but I don't know how to edit. I just don't. So that's how I do it. But anyway, I really like her podcast. And the next one is, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my show notes. Amie from the Happy Little Yarn podcast. I just started watching her probably a month or 2 ago, maybe more. I don't know. I really love her podcast. I just love knitting podcasts. I don't watch TV anymore. I just watch knitting podcasts and I listen to my audiobooks. I feel like it's not, I feel bad if I'm watching TV, but if I'm watching knitting podcasts, I don't feel bad. I don't know, is that weird? Anyway, yes, I love her podcast. And the last one is pretty brand new to me. I learned this, Amie of Happy Little Yarn podcast, she mentioned them, and I started watching them, and I love them. And that is Kevin and Ray from Needles at the Ready podcast. I think they just posted our 5th episode. Oh, it's so good. They are just getting started to learn how to knit socks, and it just makes my heart so happy to see people knit socks and want to knit socks. So that is a few of the podcasts that I watch. I mean, I watch The Grocery Girls, Kroy at the Sock, Crazy Sock Lady, Earth Tones Girl, Legacy Fiber Arts. Oh, jeez. I'm blanking. I watch a lot. A lot of podcasts. So, if you want to check any of those podcasts out, the top 3 that I mentioned will be linked down below. And, yeah, I guess we'll get to life stuff. What's happening? The weather has been crazy. I think spring is coming. Oh, and I saw a robin yesterday in my backyard. So that is official. Spring is coming. I hope we don't have any more snow. Though I think it is going to snow, but hopefully it's just like not accumulation, like maybe a little dusting. Yeah, it was like 60 degrees yesterday. I think it was like 50, 55-ish Saturday. Today is supposed to be 57. We're supposed to get rain tonight though, so I'm going to enjoy the sun while it lasts. We had the fun time change, so I feel bleh. And I probably will all week. Just feel tired all the time. What else? Swimming. My kid's swimming class. My oldest passed. This was our first time taking it, and she just passed. And I'm like, Good job. Usually she has to take them at least twice. But nope, she was worried about it, and she didn't have to worry about it. She passed. So she is going on to level 3, which starts after spring break, which I think it starts in April. So we have a little break from swimming. My youngest did not pass, so we are taking a break. It's just not clicking. She's not trying. I don't know. We're just going to take a break, and hopefully later she'll want to continue. I don't know. What else? I really don't have anything else. I got a big mess up here. There's my granny stripe blanket. I worked on that yesterday, but I don't have a lot to show. And then my languishing whips. This one is my Nomadic Yarns Scrappy Cowl. Pretty much doing the tube cowl like my ones that I showed last time, but just fingering weight. And that is my Cozy Memories blanket. Now, I really want to work on that, but I have this, what is it? I'm weird. I have a lot of minis, or scraps, from my socks in a different bag, but I'm afraid if I work on it, I'm not going to have any more scraps, and I can't work on it ever again. So that doesn't make any sense. I want to work on it, but I don't want to work on it because I'm afraid I'm going to run out of minis. I don't know. Well, I guess that's it. I think I mentioned everything that I was going to talk about. I wanted to mention the podcast. I should have done that in the beginning so I wouldn't forget, but I wrote it down this time, so. All right. I guess I will end it here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.